Students of National Taitung Senior Commercial Vocational School are paying forward the love they receive. We look at challenges faced by public junior high schools in the face of declining birth rates in Taiwan. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program with follow-up reports on relief efforts for typhoon victims in Taitung. In the aftermath of Typhoon Napatak, 2,000 military personnel have been deployed to Taitung's different municipalities to assist with the cleanup effort. In addition to active military staff, military reserves along with municipal disaster relief teams are also helping Taitung recover.
Taitung City's Fukang Borough saw a group of soldiers and reservists from Military Reserve Service Center work together to clean up after the typhoon.
We are helping them remove garbage as well as waste disposal of large items.
Some reservists are also victims of the typhoon, while others are helping out despite being sick.
After getting a shot, I came back here to help out.
Typhoon Napatak devastated Taitung, mobilizing both active and retired soldiers into immediate service, with the hope of helping this area return to normal as soon as possible.
Every day our force is between 1,200 and 2,000 soldiers, with cumulative amount of work being the equivalent of 5,000 men. 16 different municipalities have been helping in this cleanup effort.
We need to once again thank all of our soldiers for their hard work.
In addition to the military, local governments also sent disaster relief teams to Taitung to take part in the post-disaster recovery.
Taitung's famous Fukang fishing port was badly damaged by Typhoon Napatak. We can see sheet metal sidings strewn everywhere, which needs to be cleaned up.
After the devastation of the typhoon, many groups from throughout Taiwan have rushed to lend a helping hand to Taitung to help people in this area get back on their feet as quickly as possible.
Among the schools Tzu Chi volunteers visited to conduct an assessment of the damages caused by Typhoon Napatak is National Taitung College. The volunteers were quite shocked at the damage they saw on campus, as the school was practically left in ruins, reminiscent of Hollywood disaster movie The Day After Tomorrow.
Following the typhoon, this campus is the worst hit area according to Tzu Chi volunteers. As it was too dangerous for civilians to clean, so the military was brought in to help. Throughout the short disaster survey, Tzu Chi volunteers have continued to be shocked, humbled, and amazed by the devastation brought on by Typhoon Napatak. National Taitung College, we will never forget your wounds.
Paying it forward after residents of Xianglan Village helped National Taitung Senior Commercial Vocational School with the cleanup of its campus. The students of the TSCVS visited another school to begin cleanup efforts. At Guangdong Technical Senior High School, the cleanup effort included not only TSCVS students, but also medical staff and Guanshan Tzu Chi Hospital. Let's see how effortless the cleanup was when everyone works together.
Today, volunteers are helping to clean up Guangdong Technical Senior High School. Among them is a group of medical personnel from Guanshan Tzu Chi Hospital.
Hospital work pressures are greater because we're dealing with people. But here, united with one common goal to clean up the environment, it's quite relaxing.
The superintendent of Guanshan Tzu Chi Hospital have also joined the cleanup effort, giving it his all just like everyone else.
The chainsaw was especially useful to cut up the bigger branches into segments, so it's easier to clear away. We're glad to be here helping the community clean up.
Called upon by an alumna, students from National Taitung Senior Commercial Vocational School also pitched in their effort after their own campus was cleaned up with the help of others.
We know what it's like. Our school was damaged as well, and knew that other schools are probably just as worse. By coming here to help with the initial cleanup, they can have an easier time to restore the campus later.
With the assistance of all the volunteers, in just 2 hours' time, the school campus was cleared away of debris.
The nuns and the faculty have been moved by the outpouring of love.
Moving forward from the disaster, Taitung residents give selflessly and begin a cycle of love.
As cleanup efforts conclude in Xianglan, Taitung, residents have moved on to neighboring Meihe village to help the residents recover from Typhoon Nepartak, saying the collective efforts of local residents working together to clean up their hometown is truly touching and inspiring. Here in Meihe village of Taitung County, experts in metalwork have come to volunteer their time to help minimize the damage to this home.
When the wind blows, it still makes noise, so we've helped them quickly take care of this problem.
Typhoon Nepartak has caused a great deal of damage in Taitung, with many residents joining hands to clean up their hometown. Among them, a few young students have joined in the effort as well.
Young people can't help with the trees near my home, so my mother said we should come here to help others.
Volunteers from all ages have given up their free time to contribute. This cleanup project has also brought out the best side of these local communities, showing their humanity and kindness.
My home has been cleaned up, but I saw others aren't done yet, so I came out today to help.
Knowing everyone is pitching in to help, Taitung residents hope to rebuild their hometown using their own strength and compassion. As more and more Taitung residents are contributing their share to help clean up their hometown, our DaAi reporters spotted an unusual pair of helping hands among the Xianglan residents. They belong to a 9-year-old boy who has joined the cleanup effort in Meihe village along with his grandmother. Here's more.
Xu Zhiming is an elementary school student from Taitung County's Xianglan. He is also a young volunteer. A resident of Taimali, Xu, a well-behaved child, has been helping the cleanup effort with his grandmother since early in the morning.
Some children have a bad temper. He doesn't, though.
No task is too big or small for Xu to tend to, as he eagerly gives it his all in the effort.
Items that have been blown down, I pick them up. If there's a puddle of water, I mop it up.
The young boy even tries his hand at breaking up the heavier debris. As he doesn't shy away from any task given to him, his grandmother is at times worried about his safety.
He's boastful. If you compliment him, he gets even more so.
When this is over, I'll just be at home. If there are more opportunities, then I'll definitely want to go.
This duo from Taimali is doing their part to help clean up Taitung in the aftermath of Typhoon Nepartak.
In the aftermath of the recent typhoon, hundreds of people have been going to Taitung Jinsi every day to assist in disaster relief. Coming from all walks of life and regardless of their ages, these volunteers take on different tasks, hoping to help the typhoon victims get back on their feet soon. Among the volunteers picking vegetables in the hallway, the child also endures the heat. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, the volunteers also have to work mindfully despite the high temperature. By noon of July 12th, they have to prepare as many as 680 lunch boxes.
In fact, everyone here takes on several responsibilities. One person does several things.
Fortunately, Tzu volunteer Luo Su'e is glad that her 2 granddaughters have come to assist her.
Grandma has brought me here to volunteer. I am very happy, and I hope everyone can join us in volunteering.
Grandma has brought me to volunteer here. I'm so happy.
A Tzu aunt told me that I am not coming tomorrow. They became worried and asked me, "Grandma, aren't you coming tomorrow?"
What do they gain from volunteering here? They have difficulties moving the supplies. Even when they do, people have to worry for them. At the Taitung Jinsi Hall, besides the young volunteers, Yang Zonghua from Taichung has taken 3 days off from work to come volunteer here.
It's quite good to come volunteer here. I feel more peaceful this way.
We thought the typhoon would quickly pass since people in Taitung were fortunate in the past. Therefore, we weren't prepared for the severe devastation, which is a serious disaster in 100 years. So we need to be more vigilant and pious in the future.
Despite the disaster, it has inspired people's compassion as they take actions to help typhoon victims rebuild their lives. Continuing disaster relief work in Taitung, city volunteers took different routes to visit the affected residents. 35 volunteers recently visited families in the coastal region to ease the pain of these affected residents.
City volunteers continue to visit families in disaster areas in Taitung City, where rooftops of many houses have been damaged by the recent typhoon. When these affected residents recalls the typhoon day, he still feels scared.
When I found it was unusual, I ran upstairs to ask my wife and children to rush downstairs. In less than 10 minutes, the rooftop was lifted up, and the water was pouring in, so we couldn't leave.
To ease their anxious hearts, city volunteers expressed their care.
As Master Zheng Yan knows your misfortune, she wants to put your mind at ease and wish you well.
Mr. Du, whose toilet has been blown away by the storm, cares for his 86-year-old mother with dementia.
The entire ceiling fell down. Fortunately, it didn't hit my mother.
The typhoon has blown away the house's ceiling. Upon receiving the volunteers' care, he feels grateful. City volunteers continuously conduct their visitation, bringing affected residents care and warmth.
After the recent typhoon, many affected residents in Taitung have been staying in a temporary shelter in Beinan Township. Some of them have returned home to clean up their houses, while others continue to stay because they're unable to repair their devastated houses.
The sunny day has not lightened the mood of typhoon victims in Taitung. Many mattresses have been placed in the shelter for the typhoon victims who are unable to return home.
I have been staying here since July 8th.
This solitary senior is expecting her daughter to return home today. Tzu Ji volunteers deliver the consolation cash to her with respect and piety.
This consolation cash will help put your mind at ease, alright? You can buy clothes with this money. If you don't have clothes to wear, you can do that.
Here's another family. A sister-brother pair takes care of their 90-year-old father with mobility problems.
Seeing you, we feel like you brought hope to us.
Despite suffering damages from the typhoon, the affected residents stayed together with their families with the help of the volunteers.
With the Education Ministry's 12-year compulsory education program entering its third year, the goal of the program is having 90% of students attend high school. However, parents have different concerns as their greatest hope is to have their children enter competitive universities. For this reason, many parents whose children attend public junior high schools also send their children to cram schools. In addition, lower birth rates mean that public junior high schools have to work harder to attract students through special characteristics.
所以你在温室效应的时候，融化先弄谁？被鸡，所以谁最先被淹死？被鸡熊。
These children are cramming for the private junior high school entrance exam. This means these sixth graders are actually taking preparatory classes for junior high school.
Why do I need preparatory school training? To give me a better foundation to allow me to get into junior high. Do I worry about this? Yes, I do.
I was afraid that my grades wouldn't be good enough to get into junior high school. So my mother told me to go to this cram school.
After going to this class, I thought it was quite fun. I even kept going in the summer, as I hope that my junior high school grades can be a little better.
建伟，我要你看一下你那个到时候开学的时候的东西要准备的东西。暑假
During summer vacation, the school can help children arrange some activities, but basically we don't need to take these preparatory classes in the summer.
Jianwei's mother had a relaxed attitude towards their education in the past, but this all changed when they entered the sixth grade.
If you don't go to cram school for English or math, then you will need a special talent in the arts, which is common concern for many parents.
I have to go to cram school for Chinese, math, physics, and chemistry. And at home, I have to study English. I really like Finding Nemo. What is my academic goal? I would like to test into the affiliated high school of National Taiwan Normal University with outstanding performance.
与其让他时间花在就是玩电脑、用手机
Letting her waste time playing on a computer or using a mobile phone led me to decide to just let her go to a cram school, where at least she'll learn something.
Actually, the goal of 12-year compulsory education is quite clear, lifting test-free entrance into high school to 85% and achieving enrollment in excess of 90% at neighborhood schools. The aim is actually giving every child the chance to go to high school. However, parents have a different idea.
If you can get into a better university, this will help them do better in the interview and get a better job. If we can achieve this today, then of course I believe that parents will hope that they can study at a better school.
While most parents are worried about their children's academic competitiveness, public junior high schools in the community are also working hard to develop special characteristics.
Most of the time, they cooperate to provide an answer.
The teacher leaves a deeper impression on students and usually thinks of us first.
We are quite happy in her class.
I think it's quite easy to learn in her class.
Beginning from the 7th grade, we give these children responsibility and respect and value a more traditional moral education. Later, we found that children with their sense of respect and responsibility do quite well when it comes to their homework.
Declining birth rates is putting pressure on the management of schools, with Taipei and New Taipei losing 100 classes this year.
2 years ago, we probably have about 130 students in each grade. But over the past few years, we have had 120, with new students probably declining.
This year, the number of students registering for the junior high school examination reached 275,000, with the number expected to decrease by 20,000 every year. This will put pressure on public schools that aren't well known for their academic strength.
This school has about 1 teacher for every 7 students, which allows for more individual care. Our advantages are being able to cater to each child according to his or personality, delivering customized teaching.
When we simplify the education system, most students will attend nearby public schools. We can create a suitable education environment for them, and no longer will our public education system be trapped in this never-ending game of survival.
After the flooding in June in parts of Europe, Taitung volunteers held an aid distribution in Romorantin after the aid distribution in Saubers, France. The gift cards given by Tzu Ji could be redeemed at the areas to major supermarkets. As supermarket authorities were moved by Tzu Ji's efforts to help their people, they matched the amount given by 10%. In the end, each family was able to receive an aid between 330 to 770 euros.
Tzu Ji holds a second gift card distribution, this time taking place in Romorantin, Salone. In total, 171 families are being helped, with many of them looking forward to purchasing some much-needed goods for their family.
I'm going to buy clothes for my children because they lost it all, but also food and furniture, everything.
Dès demain, honnêtement, de ce que j'ai besoin.
I'm going to go as early as tomorrow. We've been helped, and I haven't been able to go shopping until now, so I'll give myself a treat.
Regardless if we are Buddhist, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, or Muslim, suffering doesn't know borders. As a mayor and senator, I wish a very long life to Master Zheng Yan and to the spirit of universal brotherhood that is driving all these volunteers' work.
You are full of humanity. I'm Catholic, but I see that you help all religions, so I'll never forget about you and what you have done for us. Thank you.
Writing down their gratitude on a card, residents are moved with emotions.
I'm really surprised of this generosity and all the love that the foundation is bringing. We really appreciate this beautiful gesture.
Qu'on apprécie ce geste de très grande générosité, oui. Grand merci.
A big thank you for all the support that you bring us. Your generosity is amazing. With all my love.
Mon affection, Fabienne.
After the 2 financial aid distributions in Salone, the Buddhist charity organization Tzu Chi have left a deep impression in the hearts of these residents.
In Thailand, Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for a solitary grandmother since she lost everything to a fire in 2009. After helping this grandma settle down in a nursing home in Chonburi, the volunteers continue to visit her regularly. Let's join them on their latest visit. Upon seeing Tzu Chi volunteers, 93-year-old Grandma Kun Lee embraces them, not wanting to let go.
Do not cry. We also miss you very much.
Grandma Kun Lee, whose toes had been amputated due to diabetes, is wheelchair-bound. The volunteers cheer her up and ask about her health condition.
She is 93 years old and we have been caring for her for a long time. Therefore, she was excited and cried when she saw us. We also cried.
Volunteers first reached out to this elderly woman when she lost everything to a fire in 2009. Then the volunteers helped this solitary senior who does not have an ID settle down in this nursing home. Since then, they've been visiting her regularly.
I used to come almost every month until I fell ill. Today, she said that she misses me. When I asked her if she remembers me, she said she does and she hopes we will come often.
Due to her old age and the fact that 7 years have passed, she does not remember a lot of things. However, she still remembers we are Tzu Chi volunteers. We felt for her when she cried. We are grateful to her for teaching us an important lesson with her life.
Great-haired Grandma Kun Lee does not remember much, but she knows these volunteers will continue to be by her side, bringing her love and compassion. In Shenzhen, Guangdong of China, students and local residents participated in a musical adaptation of Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents. While some of the onstage volunteers remarked that the experience made them realize that they've done too little to repay their parents. Other participants made a vow to take better care of their parents. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.